Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Here are the top stories of the news. INEC commences distribution of permanent voters' cards at 8,809 electoral wards. In Osun State, PDP berates the House Speaker over comment about former Governor Itola's return to Government House before the end of July. On the foreign scene, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky rejects Russian order for a truce over the Orthodox Christmas period. Good afternoon and welcome to Spring News at 6 on Western Spring Television. My name is Okoyemuni. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has commenced the distribution of permanent voters' cards to registrants at the 8,809 electoral wards across Nigeria. INEC National Commissioner Festus Okoye made this known in a statement yesterday, noting that the Commission resolved to devolve the PVC collection the registration wards from today to Sunday, 15th January 2023. It stated that after the 15th of January 2023, the exercise will revert to the local government offices of the Commission until 22nd January 2023. It is closed that all eligible and valid registrants can collect their PVCs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, including Saturdays and Sundays. Okoye added that all those who applied for the replacement of lost, damaged, or defaced PVCs can collect their PVCs at the wards during the same period. The presidential candidate of All Progressives Congress, APC, Bola Tinubu, has slammed former President Olusegun Obasanjo for his endorsement of Peter Obi of the Labour Party in the February 25 presidential poll. Tinubu, speaking at a rally held at the University of Benin Sports Complex in Benin City, the Edo State capital, yesterday, accused the former president of being jealous of his achievements. Tinubu, a former Lagos State governor, said the former president's endorsement of Obi won't make any difference in the outcome of the election in the next couple of weeks. Tinubu recalled that as Lagos governor from 1999 to 2007, while Obasanjo was president, he punished him and millions of residents of Lagos by allegedly withholding local government funds that belonged to the nation's commercial nerve center.
30 days. Out of it, you have bought milk and credit. Even maybe granola self. Gary too. And the woman, where they sell barley, and they expect you to pay her. Obasanjo take the money and seize them. Will you call that person a good man or a wicked man? Say it again. So, if he say he endorsed somebody for you, no be poison he won't give you.
The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has urged the Nigerians to reject money bag politicians in the February 25 election. Obi made the call during the campaign in Ekiti State yesterday, stating that money bags have played a lot of roles in Nigerian politics, but have brought poverty to the common man. The LP presidential candidate was reacting to the comments of legal luminary Afe Babalola, who said the highest spender and not the best among the candidates will win the presidential election. However, Obi said it is time Nigerians rejected money bags to elect quality leaders who will bring about the desired change in the country. The aggrieved governors of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, known as the G5 or the Integrity Group, yesterday stormed the city of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, for the campaign flag-off of the re-election bid of Governor Seyi Makinde. Makinde's allies, including Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, Samuel Ortom of Benue, Okeze Ikweazu of Abia, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu, attended the event at the Mapo Hall in Ibadan. The PDP Deputy National Chairman in the Southwest, Taufik Arapaja, the party's chairman in Oyo, Bayo Ogungbero, among others, other party faithful, were also in attendance. Governor Makinde, speaking during the campaign, promised that his government will put the people of the state first. However, the party's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and the PDP national chairman, Iyorchia Ayu, were conspicuously absent from the event. The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, says the second Niger bridge executed by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration is enough for the people of the Southeast geopolitical zone to vote for the presidential candidate of All Progressives Congress, APC, Bola Tinubu. The governor stated this during a news chat, adding that since the end of the civil war in 1970, the region has asked for the second Niger bridge, and government after government came with promises that was not fulfilled. Uzodinma, who is the coordinator for Tinubu's campaign in the Southeast, said most of the federal roads in the zone have received sufficient attention and budgetary commission. He further called on the people of the region to come out on the 25th of next month and vote en masse for the APC for the continuation of the party's legacies. In Osun State, the immediate past governor of the state, Adegboyega Oyetola, says the state will deliver 1.5 million for the All Progressives Congress flag bearer in February's presidential election. Bola Tinubu, saying APC has offered the best candidate to turn around Nigeria's fortunes. Mr. Oyetola said this yesterday when he inaugurated the Osun Tinubu Shetima Presidential Campaign Council in Osogbo. Mr. Oyetola, who is the state coordinator of the council, tasked the newly inaugurated members of the PCC to begin to intensify efforts towards ensuring all-round victory for Senator Tinubu and his running mate, Kashim Shettima, and all APC candidates in the forthcoming general elections. Inaugurating members of the council at the Tinubu Shettima campaign office in Osogbo, he said no stone will be left unturned to ensure the emergence of Senator Tinubu as well as all the candidates of the party in the National State Assembly elections. Mr. Oyetola noted that the country is in dire need of a competent individual like Senator Tinubu to build on the gains of the incumbent administration and drive the nation's potential for socio-economic growth and development of the country. According to him, there is no room for experiment on the choice of next president at this critical time in the history of Nigeria, hence the need to elect Tinubu, whose political pedigree, good, responsible, and responsive governance antecedents are second to none.
Our president candidate is not a problem solver. He's a genius, a robot designer, and an implementer who has the ability to turn around the socio-economic fortunes of Lagos State. I therefore urge our citizens
meantime, the People's Democratic Party, PDP in Osun State, has criticized the former Governor Gboyega Oyetola and House of Assembly Speaker Timothy Oweye for what the party referred to as their consistent anti-democratic posture and anti-people agenda over the election of Governor Ademola Adeleke. This is according to a statement by the state chairman of the PDP, Adekunle Akindele, and the Director General of Atiku Okowa Campaign Council in Osun State, Sunday BC. The statement is in reaction to comments made yesterday by Speaker Oweye, who said Mr. Oyetola will return as governor on July 5th, 2023. He accused the House Speaker of betraying his oath of office, undermining sanctity of state authority, and colluding to destabilize the state where he is heading an arm of government. The PDP added that as a political party, it is convinced that the Speaker's fanciful wish is a grand hallucination. Still in Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke has reiterated his administration's commitment to expanding the present level of partnership with the military in the state. Governor Adeleke made this known yesterday at the launching of emblem of the 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day in Osogbo, where he launched the appeal fund for the 2023 emblem for the Armed Forces Remembrance Day with 5 million naira. Olayinka Ale completes the report.
State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has officially launched the emblem and appeal fund ahead of the 2023 commemoration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. Governor Adeleke, who donated 5 million naira to the state chapter of the Nigerian Legion during the appeal fund and launching of the year 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day emblem at the Civil Service Commission Hall at Biri, has expressed his administration's commitment to the well-being of the ex-servicemen in recognition of their services to the country. He said for the survival of Nigeria to be maintained, there is a need for the sacrifices of men and women of the Nigerian Armed Forces to be continually acknowledged, while noting that the launching of the emblem provided another period to mark and remember the sacrifices of the Armed Forces personnel. The governor stated that the occasion was also a place of debt of gratitude to them for paying the supreme sacrifice.
Today is another significant period to mark and remember the unquantifiable contribution of our members of Nigerian Armed Forces to the peace and stability of our great country, Nigeria. We are gathered here, as in other capitals across the country, to place our debt of gratitude on records to our fallen heroes who paid the supreme sacrifice. The stability of the nation rests on the gallantry, patriotism, and sacrifice of the security and military services.
Osun State Chairman of the Nigerian Legion, Comrade Peter Oladipo Abiyoyi, stated that lack of adequate funds and an utility vehicle are part of the challenges the organization has been facing. The thereafter made an appeal that their request should be looked into so as to reach out to widows and children of the fallen heroes and those that have been permanently disabled in the course of their services to the nation.
We have even big challenges. First, we don't have vehicle, and we have been telling the government to provide us with a vehicle. Then we need subvention so that we should be taking care of our the area, because many local governments, we have disabled, we have those who are not the aged ones who cannot even move around. So, and they used to come and meet us for assistance, and hence we don't have. We are handicapped. We too, we don't have anything. It's just only our pension. So if the government can assist us, well, if they don't, there's nothing we can do. There are other ex-soldiers' wives that their father is no more. The widows, there are many in Osun State. We have their list because they register with us. So we have nothing less than 300 plus. That is the widows. And they have dependents also. Those are the children. They always come to the office, but we're handicapped, as I've earlier said. If we don't have anything, what are we going to offer?
Governor Adeleke, alongside the Speaker of the Osun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Timothy Oweye, some other dignitaries and head of security agencies in the state were decorated with the Armed Forces Remembrance Day emblem. Olayinka Ale, Western Spring Television News.
The Ondo State Governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Ikari-Akoko, the headquarters of Akoko Northeast local government area of the state, following the crisis in the community. The curfew order was contained in a statement issued by Chief Press Secretary Richard Olatunde yesterday. In the past few days, two youth groups have been attacking each other after a New Year carnival held in the town. It was gathered that some people were killed while shops and vehicles were allegedly vandalized and burnt down by some hoodlums. Zamfara State Police Command has rescued 15 people kidnapped by bandits along the Gusau-Safe Road in the state. A spokesperson for the command, SP Mohammed Shehu, disclosed this to journalists in Gusau, stated that the kidnapped victims comprises of 7 women, 6 men, and 2 children. Shehu stated that in the course of the briefing, the victims informed the police that they were abducted by a large number of bandits along the Yankara-Safe Gusau Road near Magazu village. According to him, the abducted persons were coming back from Abuja and Kaduna heading to Gusau, Sokoto, and Bindin Kebbi, respectively. He further added that the victims were medically checked at the police clinic facility, debriefed by police detectives, and thereafter reunited with their families and relations. You're watching Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. We'll be right back after this break.
Turn it up! It's the Wild Wild West, and Western Spring Television is pulling out all the stops to make sure that you don't miss out on every of the fun and happenings around you. Yup, we've got you covered because your girls got all the juiciest tidbits and entertainment news from around the world. Cross over to the chocolatey side of entertainment. Join me, Chocolate Cassie, on Eccentric as we take you into every bit of the juiciest news, fashion, music, movie updates, and other trending conversations. Together on the show, we'll get personal with your favorite celebrities via phone call, Zoom, or even live here in the studio. Eccentric will be shown on your TV screen on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on StarTimes.
Welcome back on Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. Now to the rest of the stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has signed the Harmonized Mental Health Bill into law. The bill, which was harmonized by the Senate and House of Representatives in 2021, replaced the Lunacy Act of 1958. The president of the Association of Psychiatrists of Nigeria, Professor Taiwo Obindo, who confirmed the signing, described it as a great relief to the mental health care and practice in the country. It stated that with the new law, the Lunacy Act of 1958, which practitioners have condemned as outdated and inhumane, will cease to be effective. The establishment of a Department of Mental Health Services in the Federal Ministry of Health and a Mental Health Fund as some of the provisions of a National Mental Health Bill. The Niger State Governor, Abubakar Sani Bello, has signed into law the 2023 appropriation bill of over 243 billion naira. It was gathered that the budget was 5 billion naira above the 238 billion naira budget proposal presented to the State House of Assembly for consideration. Bello, speaking after the signage, expressed optimism that the budget will be of benefit to the people irrespective of scarcity of resources. He said that as the last budget under him, The incoming administration might make some changes or maintain the approved budget. The capital expenditure stood at over 152 billion naira, while recurrent expenditure is over 91 billion naira. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria has said it will bring up a regulatory policy framework for the implementation of cryptocurrencies in the country. It disclosed this in a report on Nigeria Payment System Vision 2025. The banking regulator had earlier banned crypto-related transactions in the banking system. Meanwhile, some economists faulted the Apex Bank's consideration for the stablecoin as ill-timed, considering the failure of the e-Naira. Recall that CBN had banned cryptocurrency-related transactions in the country while claiming that digital currency was used for money laundering and terrorism. The statement by the Acting Director of Corporate Communications, CBN, Osita Nwanisobi, said the ban on such transactions would not have any negative impact on fintechs. And out of the foreign scene, Afghanistan's Taliban government is to sign a contract with a Chinese firm to drill for oil in the country's north. It will be the first major energy extraction agreement with a foreign firm since the Taliban took control of Afghanistan in 2021. The 25-year deal underscores China's economic involvement in the region. Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid said the oil extraction agreement would see Xinjiang Central Asia Petroleum and Gas Company drilling for oil in the Amu Darya Basin. The Chinese state-owned company is also in talks over the operation of a copper mine in the east of the country. Afghanistan is estimated to be sitting on natural resources, including natural gas, copper, and rare earths worth more than $1 trillion. However, much of those reserves remain untapped due to decades of turmoil in the country. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has rejected out-of-hand a Russia order for a truce over the Orthodox Christmas period, saying the proposed ceasefire is a trick to halt the Ukraine army's progress in the eastern Donbas region. Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered a 36-hour ceasefire, which will run from midday Friday until the end of a Saturday, after a call for a Christmas truce by the head of the Russian Orthodox Church, Patriarch Kirill of Moscow. The other did not specify whether the ceasefire would apply to both offensive and defensive operations by Russia, and it was not clear whether Russia would hit back if Ukraine kept fighting. But Zelensky, speaking pointedly in Russia and addressing the Kremlin and Russians as a whole yesterday night, said Moscow had repeatedly ignored Kiev's peace plan. Zelensky stated that Russia wants to use Christmas as a cover, albeit briefly, to stop the advances of Ukrainian troops in Donbas and bring equipment, ammunition, and mobilized troops closer to its position. Meanwhile, United States President Joe Biden has suggested that Russian President Vladimir Putin called a ceasefire in Ukraine because he's struggling to keep his war going. Russia said it would observe a ceasefire today and tomorrow to mark Orthodox Christmas, but the move has been met with skepticism. Ukraine has snubbed the ceasefire offer, saying there will be no truce until Russia withdraws its troops. United Nations Security Council members voiced concern and stressed the need to maintain the status quo at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in Jerusalem, but did not commit to any action. The decades-old status quo at the Al-Aqsa Mosque allows only Muslim worship at the site, which is Islam's third holiest after Mecca and Medina. But the site is also revered by Jews, who call it the Temple Mount. Israel's far-right groups have long attempted to change the status quo and allow Jewish prayer at the site. The Palestinian ambassador, Bay said, expressed his dismay that the council was taking no action and warned the council that the situation could turn into an uprising. The UN Security Council meeting comes days after Israel's new far-right security minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, made a controversial visit to the site, which Palestinian leaders called an unprecedented provocation. In sport, former Chelsea striker and manager Gianluca Vialli has died at the age 58. Vialli was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2017, but after saying in April 2020 that he had been given the all clear, he was re-diagnosed in 2021. He announced a temporary leave from his role with Italy's national team in December to focus on his health. Vialli played 59 times for Italy and won the Champions League with Juventus before joining Chelsea in 1996 and becoming player manager in 1998. He had joined Juventus in 1992 for a then world record £12 million after winning the Serie A title and the European Cup Winners' Cup during 8 seasons with Sampdoria. Vialli was the first Italian to manage a Premier League side, taking over from the sacked Ruud Gullit late in the season, and went on to lead the Blues to victory in the League Cup, UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, and UEFA Super Cup. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has commenced the distribution of permanent voters' cards (PVCs) to registrants at the 8,809 electoral wards across Nigeria. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Osun State has criticized the former Governor Gboyega Oyetola and the House of Assembly Speaker Timothy Oweye for what the party referred to as a consistent anti-democratic posture and anti-people agenda over the election of Governor Ademola Adeleke. On the foreign scene, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has rejected out of hand a Russian order for a truce over the Orthodox Christmas period, saying the proposed ceasefire is a trick to halt the Ukraine army's progress in the eastern Donbas region. You can follow us on our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Western Spring Television. You can also watch us live on our YouTube channel at Western Spring Television. That ends Spring News at 12 on Western Spring Television. I am Okoye Muni. Thanks for watching.